Good morning. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Let's get going. We have 9 orders to ship out. Poshmark got its butt kicked again, but today was the biggest beatdown. eBay, 8 sales. Poshmark, 1 sale. A total eBay beatdown of Poshmark. And that's, I think, now 9 days in a row where I've outsold Poshmark on eBay, but today was the most egregious one. So 9 total sales to ship out. We got a little bit of everything. We got suits, we got blazers, we got a skort in the middle of January. We got more flannel lined denim jeans. We got a couple of sweaters, including a $150 sweater. You might want to stay tuned for that one and check that one out. We got some jeans going out the door too. A lot of fast sales. We listed 140 items last week, and today, and this week, by the way, some of these were listed this week, so probably like at 160 items listed. And I would say probably 8, maybe 7 out of these 9 orders were listed over the past, call it 10 days. So that's a testament to listing and listing a lot, and you'll get rewarded with sales. These are, if I didn't list like crazy over the past 2 weeks or the last 10 days, I'd probably have just like a couple of sales. And that's just the difference, is getting that fresh inventory up there for people to see and buy and all that stuff. So testament to the hustle. What's up, Becky? B. Georgie's in the house. Was that my dryer or your dryer? I think that was my dryer. You can hear that? It's like on the other side of the house. That's crazy. That cat mug, yes. Meow mugs every day. I got 2 of these, same exact one. Just in case something happens with the first one, I got a backup meow mug. Laundry's done. That's funny that y'all can hear that. It is, I would say 25 paces from where I stand. It's so far. You got to have a backup, because if I didn't have a backup, this would have already broke. All right, let's ship out these orders. Thanks everyone for tapping the screen. If you haven't liked the stream, that helps me out too. Hitting that thumbs up button, hitting the heart button. If you're watching this on a replay, remember all these live streams are available as recordings on YouTube and Facebook. If you're watching one of those recordings right now, let us know. Put ship down below in the chat, because that's what we're going to get into. We're going to ship some good stuff, some great sales today too. I am pumped. I want to hear all about your sales. Drop those down below in the chat. Thanks everyone for your support. We have the same dryer because I thought it was mine. That's super funny. I've had this mug, by the way, for at least a decade, and I haven't broke it yet. I have 2 of them. So, but if I only had one of those mugs, it would have already broken, and that's that. Hope everyone's enjoying a nice beverage, maybe a hot cup of coffee. Word from our sponsor, Chris at Peak Coffee. You deserve better coffee. You have a link in the profile if you want to check some out. Maybe we'll ship some coffee out today. First sale, we'll just go with what's on the desk right here. This will be an eBay sale. Actually, let's do what we normally do. Vote in the chat. Are we shipping Poshmark or eBay first? We have 8 eBay orders, 1 Poshmark. Which is going first? Posh or eBay? First person to say it down below in the chat. What's up, Brant? How are you? Yeah, I came to see you ship out an order. Nice. I'm drinking water and doing homework. Nice. We got Posh. All right, let's get Posh out of the way and done. It's 1 rockin' sale on Posh. I love Poshmark shipping, though. It's freaking easy. All right, what do we sell on Poshmark? Pair of jeans, Polo Ralph Lauren. These are modern Polo Ralph Lauren, size 35 by 32, relaxed straight. Nothing fancy here. There is some distressing, as you can see very clearly. Distressing on the front and the back. These sold in less than a week. Full asking price $24 on these on Poshmark. Buyer pays for the shipping. I paid $5 at a thrift store. After shipping, fees, and my initial cost of goods, it leaves me with a profit of $14.20, and these sold in less than a week. This is the 3rd pair of Polo Ralph Lauren jeans that have sold for me in the past 10-ish days. So there we go. These are going to go in I'm going to put them in a padded flat rate envelope right here. These are free from USPS.com. You can use these for Poshmark orders. You can use flat rate stuff too. Poshmark shipping is super easy. Super easy. If you anything up to 5 pounds is flat rate. Where are my thank you cards? Remember that time? Son of a gun. There's one of them. Where'd the rest of them go? I think I left them outside. Nope. You're there. Son of a gun. Oh, the freaking mail lady's here like 3 hours early. What? Hey, how are you? Yeah, you are. I'm just packing right now, so I'll just run down a little bit. I'm gonna be like a yeah. If it was helpful, I was sure. I don't care. I'm gonna go. I need to. Whether I want to or not, I should go up there.
Okay, well, I mean, if you insist that, like, it really would not be a problem for you to come back.
You know I'd be honest.
I hope so. I hope so. But I really don't mind going above and beyond for you guys.
It's all good.
Well, you're the best today.
I have 0 complaints.
Okay. I have
Peace.
got a lot of things to do.
I do. It's a pretty good day. I'm happy with it.
Good, good.
Peace. Take care. She's like the nicest person. She's like, I'll come back and I'll just go. I got some stuff to do at the office. I'll come back. I'm like, no, I got to go by the post office anyway. It's all good. You're good, sister. But she's super, super nice. All right. This is going to go out to Orlando. Thank you, Orlando. Wouldn't it be cool if Orlando lived in Orlando? Nope. He lives in Yakima, Washington. So he's got some polo jeans coming to him. Thank you, Orlando. Disney had a question a while away. Thank you. Really like the USPS. He said or something else. Gosh, you need a lot, but learning so much. I got to go to the post office and the shipping bags too. Order them on USPS.com would be my suggestion. Most post offices aren't going to have these padded flat rate envelopes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But your selection is going to be a lot bigger if you go to USPS.com. They'll deliver them to you for free. Thanks y'all for tapping the screen and liking the live. I appreciate that. I see the 4.7 thousand likes on YouTube. Or on TikTok. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I appreciate it. Nevertheless. All right, $14 profit on this one. Nice bread and butter flip polo Ralph Lauren jeans out the door. Now we're gonna flip over to eBay, y'all. Do you prefer eBay or Poshmark? I use them both, so I don't really have like a preference. I like both. eBay, I get more sales on. Poshmark's easier to ship, but I roll eBay, Poshmark. They're both excellent platforms. Poshmark's a lot easier if you ask me to get up and going. You kind of need like a PhD, I feel like sometimes for eBay. It's just more complicated. There's more returns. There's more shipping challenges, but if you can learn eBay, there's a higher ceiling for your sales and for your business on eBay. There's just more users on eBay, more people shop, and there's international too, whereas Poshmark is just domestic. Yeah, happy to answer those questions. I love both of the platforms, to be honest with you. All right, next up, what do we got to ship next? Are we going to ship jeans, sweater, or blazer? Jeans, sweater, or blazer, and then we'll just I have a few jeans, a few sweaters, a few blazers, so we'll just go into that mode next. Is shipping more for international? It is, yep. It is. Don't everybody vote at once. Blazers, gotcha, okay. So we'll start with a blazer. Here's the first one. This was a really fast sale. This sold for $37 plus $8.95 shipping. It's a Ralph Lauren. I'll show it to you. I'll unfold it. Look at the pattern on that. Ralph Lauren size 48R, which is a good size. 46L and up, I say, are what I consider to be big sizes that have higher sell-through rates. So this is a 48R Ralph Lauren, and check out that plaid pattern on this piece. 100% wool, really great piece to look for. And we'll just get this packed up. I paid $7 for this at a thrift store. I'm sorry, I take that back. I paid $5 for this at a thrift store. I picked this up at Red, White, and Blue when I was down in Florida. I listed this on Saturday, and it sold for a best offer, $37 plus $10.95 shipping on this. So the buyer's all in for $48, and I paid $5 for this. Really nice pattern. That's the key here. That's why it sold so quick. I listed it for $44 and accepted an offer for $37. I could have held out and got more money on this, but I really want to move suits and blazers. They take up a lot of space. I have a ton of them right now, both listed ones and unlisted. This is going out to Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate your order. It's very nice. We'll put that in here. The blazer is folded inside out on purpose, so all the stuff that could get hurt is on the inside. Buttons, the exterior, the stuff that people care about. Also, when it's folded like this, it won't wrinkle all that much either. So nice presentation when the person gets this item. So this is going to go on eBay. So this is, we do have to weigh this and figure out, we're going to look at 3 different shipping options and we're going to try to get the cheapest one. I'm going to walk you through that. If you have any questions specifically about shipping, particularly with eBay, which tends to be a little bit more tricky, let me know down below in the chat. We'll do our best to address them, and I'll walk you through the nitty gritty of this because my intention is maybe you learned something, maybe you learned a little tip. So we're going to check a few different things. So first off, ground advantage on this item. Well, let's weigh it first. Let's weigh it first. All right. So it's going to be 1 pound 12, 1 pound 13 ounces. So when I put this in a box, it's going to be over 2 pounds, regardless of what box it's going in. And I am going to put it in a box because that's just how I do it with suits and blazers. And if I put this in a 14 by 12 by 3 box, which is the dimensions for a 1092 USPS priority box, that'll be $8.75. That's ground advantage though. Let's see, USPS priority is $10.42. So we won't do that. We're going to go over and check out Pirate Ship right now and see if Pirate Ship offers us a better rate if we ship via cubic. So we'll do that right now. Pirate Ship, get rates. I have my Pirate Ship hooked up to my eBay, so they talk. So all the order and address information gets passed from eBay into Pirate Ship, including the address and all that mess. And I'm going to see if I put this in one of my 10 by 8 by 6 boxes, if we can get this at a really cheap rate. We'll give it a try. It's going to go out at a 2 pound, 3 pound rate. So probably an extra 30 seconds for me to go over here to Pirate Ship and check out these rates. So ground advantage cubic is going to be $7.84. And it was going to be $8.75 to go ground advantage on eBay because it's not the cubic rate. So that cubic rate is going to save us $1.01 on this ship. So we're going to go ahead and get a 10 by 8 by 6 box here. I pay about 70 cents for a box of this size. This one came from eBay. I got it for free using my eBay quarterly shipping supplies coupon. I don't purchase these boxes from eBay because they're overpriced, but I do get them for free with my coupon every quarter. Not necessarily every quarter, but every quarter I do get free shipping supplies. Sometimes I pick these boxes. 10 by 8 by 6 on staples.com. They cost me about 70 cents a pop. Sent out a package on the 16th, been tracking it, hasn't been made it out of the state, probably stuck caught in storms, checking on it today. I've had a lot of package slowdowns over the past 10 days, a lot. I don't have like a stat for you or a figure, but typically I get a lot of those like delays. Historically, that happens a lot in December, particularly during freaking COVID. It was a mess. But I have not had that issue. I did not have that issue this December, but right now I'm having that issue because of the bad weather. There's something going on in Texas too. I'll be honest with you, something's going on down there too, but there's been a lot of delays. It's cold across a lot of the places in the country that don't usually get cold and snow and ice. Some places that just aren't built to handle it. And I think that's the big part of the challenge. A lot of the South is getting a lot of the North's weather. So, all right. So this is all packed up. This is a 3 pound rate, and it's only going to cost us $7.84 ground advantage cubic through Pirate Ship. I have no affiliation with Pirate Ship. They have literally no idea who I am. But 7 out of the last 8 times that we've checked an order to see if it's cheaper on Pirate Ship, 7 out of the last 8 times it has been cheaper and saved us money. In this case, it's saving us $1.01. I've seen a bunch of mail that was delayed on the 16th or lost or delayed. Interesting about that date with the 16th, just the weather everywhere. In my experience, when these delays happen, they do end up finding the package. It does end up getting moving. It just takes a little while. Do you set the initial shipping price on your eBay listing? I do. So this blazer, I put $10.95. There's another way you can do it too. You can do calculated shipping, and then you put in the weight and the dimensions of the item, and eBay does the calculation for your buyer and charges the buyer based on weight, dimensions, and distance. you can do it that way too. And that's how I suggest people when you're just getting started with eBay, use what's called calculated shipping. Adding it to my checklist. Do you even thrift, bro? What's up? What's the pirate ship? Pirateship.com. You can Google's it or go check it out. It's you get discounted shipping labels. Just go check it out. You can create a free account. Google it, read about it. All right. So that I got to print out that label. That's how this works. Beat pirate in town. Hopefully I join the crew. Sorry, been watching a lot of pirate movies. Gotcha. Pirate movies. I'm trying to think, what are pirate movies? The first thing that comes to mind is Waterworld. Remember that one? Who remembers Waterworld? All right. Paid $5 for this blazer. Listed, what are the stats? Listed this Saturday, sold last night. $5 and a $37 plus shipping, and we saved some good money on the shipping price on there. So we'll pop this into Jason Hayes's reseller spreadsheet and see exactly how much money we made on this order after all shipping and fees. No secrets over here. Transparency for life. All right, $7.84 on the shipping label. After shipping, fees, cost of goods, that's a $28.62 profit on that sale. $28.62. So I paid $5 for it. Took some photos, took some measurements, put it on eBay and Poshmark, and a few days later, $28.62 profit. Not bad for a blazer. Ralph Lauren size 48. Waterworld was awesome and still is. It was a tremendous box office flop. At the time, it was the most money that they had ever spent for the production of like a movie, and it was a tremendous flop. That's Arnold movie. Arnold. That was a Kevin Costner movie. Was Arnold involved in that? I don't know. Oh, it's an old movie. I see what you're saying. Thank you, RR. Thanks for being in here. I appreciate having you. How do you set the initial shipping price on your eBay listing? You just you type it in, RR. I'm not sure maybe what you're asking there. Nah, Kevin. Yeah, it was definitely Kevin Costner. Waterworld was awesome still. Also loved him in Robin Hood. Yeah, I think that was one of his classics, right? In Dancing with Wolves. That might have been his best work, yeah, I think, was probably Dancing with Wolves. Although somebody is probably going to correct me down below in the chat with some Kevin Costner movie that I'm forgetting about. But Dances with Wolves was good. That was classic Costner. All right, next up we got a suit. We have two suits going out the door on top of that blazer. So here's another Ralph Lauren. I also listed this on Saturday. It also sold last night. I paid $10 for this at a red, white, and blue in Florida. It sold for a best offer of $84 plus $14.95 shipping. So the buyer's all in for $99 for this Ralph Lauren size 44R. It's got like a little micro dot pattern to it. Where do you see it? There it is right there. Full two-piece suit going out the door. We'll play that same game, and I'll just walk you through and see what's going to be cheapest for the shipping on this one. We will check Pirate Ship on this bad boy too, because Pirate Ship has been good to us. If it's over a pound and it's fairly small, it's worth checking on Pirate Ship. So that's what we'll do. So first off, we'll check eBay. This is going to go out at we'll put it on the scale, see what the rate is. It's going to go out at a 3-pound rate, because it weighs 2 pounds, 4 ounces, plus about 5 or 6 ounces for the box. So we'll call it 2 pounds, 15 ounces, which is a 3-pound rate. So USPS Ground Advantage is $7.73. Priority is $6.91. Is that cheap or what? Oh, this is going to North Carolina. It's going right down the street to Rayford, North Carolina. I have no idea where Rayford is. Bull Durham was good too. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good Kevin Costner flick. All right, so we got movie talk today. So Rayford, North Carolina. I never heard of it. Okay, it's a big state. $7.73. Let's check Pirate Ship on this too. This one might be a tough one to save on Pirate Ship because the rates are already so freaking low just through eBay. So we'll see if we can beat it. Get rates on Pirate Ship. Have to do laundry, so won't be able to see, but listening. All good, Linda. Appreciate that. I'm glad that you're getting some stuff done around the house. Multitasking. So we'll check on a 10 by 8 by 6 box again, just like the last one, and see what this is going to go out the door at. Who knows? Maybe we'll save money. It's worth 30 seconds to check. on items that are over 1 pound and small. $6.35 for Ground Advantage cubic. What is priority cubic? $6.91 for that. So let's go back here. $6.91. Priority mail cubic, $6.91. So priority mail is going to be the same cubic or regular on this one, just because it's not going very far. It's pretty much, we've bottomed out the USPS priority rate at $6.91. But if I do Ground Advantage, it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be cheaper by $1.40 over the eBay Ground Advantage rate. But then I have to use my own box. The box cost me about 70 cents. So when you include the cost of the box, my cheapest shipping on this is going to be USPS priority. And I'm going to use a USPS priority mail box. I'm going to put this in a 1095, so I get to use that free box. The difference is about 60 cents. And those boxes, those 10 by 8 by 6, typically cost me about 70 cents. So we'll do priority. It'll get to the customer quicker, and it'll be the cheaper option when you consider the box cost too. Thanks everyone for being here. I see y'all tapping the screen and I appreciate it. Wow, we're at 5.9 thousand likes already. That's pretty awesome. The reason I go live while I'm working is just to give you a good honest glimpse of what this business is about. You can see the process of packing. Maybe you learn a thing or two about saving a little bit of money on shipping. Because remember, if you can save money once on shipping, you can learn a little trick. And you can do that every single day, right? And that adds up over time. Shipping on eBay is just one of those things that just takes some time and takes some experience, and you learn all these tricks. The prices are always fluctuating too, usually in the upward direction. This is one of 2 suits we have going out. We have another one yet still. These are 14 by 20 poly bags that I use for suits. I also use a smaller one. I think it's 11 by 15 I use for like shirts and jeans and stuff. But suits and blazers, I use these 14 by 20s. And here's that 1095 box that I use for suits. It says 1095. You can order them for free at USPS.com. They probably don't have them at your post office. They don't at mine. You have to order them online. USPS.com. This is the 1095 box. 1095. My favorite was Silverado. I'm trying to remember that one. Silverado. Sounds like a Western one. It's not coming up in my brain, Grant. I'm trying to remember Silverado. All right, $6.91 on this shipping label. We'll go into Jason Hayes' reseller spreadsheet. We'll pop all this information in, and I'll pop out the profit for you. I paid $10 for this suit. And I was alone in the suit section at the thrift store. That red, white, and blue is a busy, busy thrift store. There is a ton of people in there. It's a huge store. There's a ton of inventory. But if you want to be alone, go to the suits and blazers section. Very few people pass through there. They'd come through, they'd poke at a couple things and move along. Resellers ignore that section. Consumers ignore that section. I don't ignore that section. Maybe you don't either. I don't know. $6.91 on that shipping label. Let's go over the full profits on it. So I paid $10 at a thrift store that was on 12/27. I listed that suit finally on Saturday. It sold yesterday for $84 plus $14.95 shipping. So the buyer's all in for $99. My shipping label cost me $6.91. eBay is keeping $13.06. My profit after shipping and fees on that is going to be $68.98. $68.98 after shipping, fees, and cost of goods. Awesome sale right there. That gets that average sale price up. That gets that average profit per item up. So when people go irate over me selling Brooks Brothers shirts for $19, I'm like, yeah, that's part of the business, right? Just like the grocery store has, low dollar items that they don't make a lot of, they don't make a ton of money on a pack of gum, but they might make a lot of money on a steak. Same thing with my business. I got steaks and I got packs of gum, and honestly, I make more than with the, you know, a $19 shirt. I make more profit than a pack of gum, that's for sure. But people crazy all day comment on my videos, you're not making any money. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, if you looked at the grocery store and only commented on their videos about selling packs of gum, then you'd probably, yeah, you're probably right. They probably don't make money either. But you have to look at the full picture. My most recent video where I got the most comments about me making no money, I had a bunch of like $19 to $22 sale items and a suit that I currently have listed for $200, right? Nobody comments on the suit. They skip the suit and they're saying, you make no money. I'm like, there's $400 in profit. There's $400 in profit in this video on this one thrift store hit. But you just want to like harp on the cheapest item that I sold in here and just totally skip over these expensive items. I found an outer known shirt in that video. I found a pair of AG jeans, which had already sold at the time that I put that video up. And I mentioned that those sold for $34. But people, they just want to see what they want to see. They just want to go after the packs of gum. But that stuff all adds up. And when I have these big sales like today, I have 3 sales that are like bigger dollar sales. That really pushes it up. I have 3 sales that are over $80 today, and one that's $150, right? But people don't want to like look at the average. They just want to look at like, you know, one item. So if we look at my average sale price for the year, and we're only 23 days in, I'll give you that number because Jason Hayes' reseller spreadsheet's got that. Average sale price, and this will just be for eBay, Poshmark. This excludes whatnot. I look at those things separately. $48.45 is my average sale price. And everyone's telling me I'm not making any money because I'm selling Brooks Brothers. Yeah, I sold a lot of Brooks Brothers. A lot of those Brooks Brothers sold fast. I've already sold like 10 Brooks Brothers pieces this month, and it's the 23rd, maybe not 9 or 10. So I know that adds up. I mean, I make $10 a pop on those. That helps. It fills up the cart, fills up my bank account. I don't have that store here close by. I travel an hour to the closest one. Nice, Liz. You got a red, white, and blue an hour away. Nice. See you, Brant. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Always appreciate having you, Brant. Thanks for your support. It all adds up. Plus, everything is from China, Walmart, Target, and all store profit from, yeah, everybody's a reseller. When you first started, how long did you over the embarrassing feeling or just awkward feeling while shopping? Oh, you're saying like going to the thrift store and feeling embarrassed about it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know that I ever really felt embarrassed about it. I'd like to like say like I relate to you on that, but I don't know. I had a great job. I was working full time, and on Saturdays I went to the thrift store and made some extra money. I don't think I ever felt bad about it or awkward about it. I think I didn't really feel super comfortable maybe in the thrift store itself because I wasn't a good reseller yet. I didn't really know a lot, so I kind of felt uncomfortable in that sense, as in terms of like I don't really know what I'm doing. And I need to do more homework. I need to watch more YouTube. I need to take more notes. I used to keep notes of like Bolo brands from people I'd find on YouTube. I'd keep little notes in my wallet here, and as I'm going through the thrift store, as I'm walking in, I'm like, all right, I'd be going into the shirt section. I'm like, all right, I got a bunch of shirt brands I wrote down here, right? So I could refresh my memory. And then I'd go into the jeans section, same thing. I'd have my notes and go through. So I felt uncomfortable in that sense. It was like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I don't know that I felt uncomfortable, like, being physically in the thrift store. Yeah. Did you send them as a lot or separate? Hi, Nancy. I'm not sure. Did you send them as a lot or separate? What things are we speaking of? Sorry, I'm not really sure. I want this because I want to be at home and be there for my kids and still be able to be awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, you can have we don't have kids. I don't really know what that's all about, but you can have your kids in the next room or whatever doing. What do? They just play on like iPads and iPhones and video. I don't know. What do kids do? We don't have kids, but you can have them around and you can do some work and you can scald them in the middle of your work, I guess. I don't know. I'm obviously showing I have no idea what it's like to be a parent. I respect anybody who does it. I don't know how y'all do it. It seems really hard. So if you can be parents, you can be resellers, because I'm a reseller and I'm like, this parenting stuff, I don't think I could ever do it. You got 3 kids, all girls? Yeah, see, that intimidates me. That intimidates me. Do you keep track of your business expenses in the same spreadsheet as your inventory? Yes, Sharisa. I use a spreadsheet called the reseller spreadsheet. It's linked in my profile. You can click on my name about halfway down my profile. You see a URL. Click on that. You can see all the tools that I use for my business, including Jason Hayes' reseller spreadsheet. Jason's a reseller, and he built a spreadsheet tool to help resellers keep track of their business, get a little bit more organized with their numbers, get more organized for tax season, and get more organized with like inventory, profits, losses. It gives you a lot of tools to analyze your sales on different platforms. It gives you tools to analyze what categories do better, what stores are actually more profitable for you, and all that stuff. You can look at average sale price, average profit per unit, sales per day. It gives you all kinds of metrics, probably more metrics than you'll ever need. But if you want to check that out, there's a discount code, thanks Chris10. You can find it at chris@peak.com, which is linked down below. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, if you're on Instagram, you can go over to my profile and click the link there, and you can find it. You'll find it. If you click on my links, you'll find Jason Hayes' reseller spreadsheet. But watch the video about it. Don't take my word for it. I'm just some bearded guy that goes live and talks about my business. But go check out Jason's video, and he explains really articulately what the spreadsheet does, what it doesn't do, and why you might consider purchasing that. But go make a good decision. And if you want, use the discount code. It's it's not thanks Chris 10 anymore. It's Chris 2024 is the new discount code for this year. That was the last year's discount code, but the discount code is in the links too. You'll see it. Going through a bag of storage unit finds. Found my first Abercrombie and Fitch in a Grain & Co. cashmere. I'm not sure I know that brand, but cashmere is usually a good idea. We'll have to look it up later. At least a good start. Yeah, it's awesome. Good for you as you're going through a storage unit to close. That's awesome. Did you buy that storage unit or auction it, or how'd that go? Chris 2024. That's the one. Then Linda 2025. I like this campaign. Linda 2025. I'm voting. I'm going to go and campaign for you too, and I'll vote for you. Gloom here in Iowa. It's Porky's Revenge. The nerds. That's awesome. Oh man, that's super funny. Super, super funny. Yes, the below brands note when I go shopping, but I also take them for find them for my kids, and they start liking their thrift finds. I love that. That's funny. I can get that. I feel you on that. I don't understand what it's like to have kids stealing my items, but I have a wife that sometimes wants to take items. But she's good. She helps out a lot. I can't get too mad at her. We were retail arbitrage. This is real life. We were at a retail store going through the clearance section, and I was there for like 45 minutes or so. I had like a cart full of stuff. It was overflowing. And I'm like, man, I need Kim's help. I need another cart. So I grabbed I'm looking around. I can't see her. I can't find her anywhere. I didn't want to leave my cart, and it's overflowing. And I had a whole armful of stuff that wouldn't fit in there. I was like, all right, I need help. So I start calling her. She doesn't answer. I'm texting her. She doesn't answer. I'm like, what the heck, right? I finally track her down like 20 minutes later. I had commandeered a Z-rack, like one of the rolling racks at the store. I was like, I'm going to use this too for all my stuff. I finally find her, and I'm like, what'd you find? And she's got 3 things in her arm. She's like, oh, I got this sweater for me. I got these pants for me. And what did you get? Like joggers, a sweatshirt. What did you get the other day? In a pair of shorts. Okay. Yeah, she got a sweatshirt, a yoga thing, and a pair of shorts. And she's like, this is what I found. I was like, that's for you. I've been looking all over for you. You don't have your phone. She's like, I left it in the car. I was like, ah. So I felt like that was me. That was me relating to you having kids that are spending the money when we're supposed to be making the money, but also not helping. Kim's great help. But in that moment, I was like, you have got to be kidding me right now. You've got to be kidding. Bought 3 different ones through auctions. Nice. You bought some. I like this storage unit thing. Bags and bags of clothes. Nice. Yeah, you got some work to do. James, thank you for the follow. Just trying to find a way to make it. Linda, the best way to find a way to make it is keep those feet moving. Keep learning every single day and keep moving those feet. Keep hustling. # learn every day. # hustle every day. And then once you get up and going, # teach every day and share the knowledge you have. I think as humans, we have a responsibility to share what we know. That's what this live is about. All right, let's ship out another suit. Where is that other suit? This one's going to be similar price and profit to the last one. I paid $10 for this full suit. I bought it at the same thrift store. It's a Brooks Brothers. This is made with Saxon wool, which is one of these Italian wool makers. Look for this tag too. I pick up a lot of Brooks Brothers, but if you can find this Saxon wool, it's not as desirable as something like Laura Piana, but it is something that people do look for, is that Saxon. So I put that in the item title as well, in addition to this Brooks Brothers. So Brooks Brothers and then Saxon wool. This sold really fast. I listed it Saturday. It sold this morning on a best offer. The best offer was, I'll tell you in a second. Best offer was $85 plus $14.95 shipping. So the buyer's all in for $100 on this piece. And they paid sales tax on it too. So they're actually all in for $108.20 for their local sales tax. But I paid $10 for the suit. I bought it on 12/27 in Florida for $10 at a thrift store. Bought a ton of suits at that thrift store, a full cart's worth. Average cost on them was $10. Crazy. It's going to go in a 14 by 20 poly bag. This is getting repetitive now if you've been in this live for more than a few minutes, because this is the second suit, and I also sold a blazer that I packed the same way too. We're going to check the rates for USPS priority, for ground advantage, and then we're also going to check pirate ship, because this item is both heavy and small, so the cubic rate might come into effect here. This is going out to Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it. What's going on here? We're selling a suit, brother. We're shipping it out. So let's check rates on this. This is probably going to go at a 4-pound rate. Well, it's close. With the box, that's going to be 2 pounds, 15 ounces. So a 3-pound rate. Let's go. Just barely under that 4-pound rate. Can you go over to start to finish and how you found the suit, where you got rid of it? I found it at the Red, White, and Blue on 12/27 in Tampa, Florida. I paid $10 for it. It sold on eBay. I listed it on Saturday. It sold on eBay this morning for a best offer at $85 plus $14.95 shipping. There's your recap, Mr. Barry D. All right, so USPS ground advantage is going to be $8.75. USPS priority is going to be $10.42. So $8.75 is our low number. Let's go over to pirate ship. Take 30 seconds to see if we can save a buck. This is going to Dylan. Thanks, Dylan. And we're going to fit this into a 10 by 8 by 6 box at a 2-pound rate or 3-pound rate. Bags and bags of clothes. Can anyone do this? Even you, Barry D. So ground advantage cubic is going to be $7.84. It's $8.75 for the regular ground advantage on eBay. So we're going to save $1.01 by shipping this via pirate ship instead of shipping this via eBay. So $1.01. This is now 10 out of the last 11 times we've checked pirate ship. It's actually saved us money. Nope, sorry. 10 out of the last 12 times. I missed another time that we checked and it was the same rates. 10 out of the last 12. So we're doing pretty good on this for that 30 seconds extra investment. So we're going to buy the shipping label, $7.84 to ship a freaking 3-pound suit. And it's going from Asheville, North Carolina to somewhere, Austin, Texas. Keep Austin weird. Actually, from what I hear now, it's keep Austin techie, because it's all like tech bros. That's what I hear. Some comments were filtered. Nice. Some comments were filtered. Thank you, Dylan. Another eBay sale out the door. We'll go over the profits on this with Bad Larry in just a second. This will be a good profit, by the way. $7.84. Gotta put the thank you card in here. That's where the California people move to avoid taxes. Yeah, they're in Florida, in Tennessee, right? That's the other one with no state income tax. Thanks, Dylan. Out the door. Another suit, $7.84. Let's go over the profits for this. paid $10. It sold on eBay. It took 3 days to sell. And it sold for $85 plus $14.95 shipping. And once I add in this shipping label of $7.84, here it is. After shipping, fees, cost of goods, $68.92 on that suit. So 2 suits. One was $68.98 profit. The other was $68.92 profit. So interesting. They both had the same cost on the shipping labels too. Go figure. Out the door on that one. So nice profit. No state taxes. Yes. Yep. Texas, Florida, and Tennessee. Correct, sir. Levi's 505s. I sell Levi's almost every single day. Let's just do a quick search for 2022. See how many Levi's I've sold so far this month. I guess not almost every day. We've sold 7 pairs of Levi's and we're 23 days into the month. So I sell a pair of Levi's about every 3 days. So these sold, just listed these over the weekend. They hadn't even made it out to the garage yet. They just listed them on Saturday. So they took 3 days to sell. They sold this morning on a best offer, $20 plus $8.95 shipping on eBay. We might check pirate ship on this one too, just because why not? We're on a freaking roll. My son called LL Bean a boomer brand until he took a large one for his cold weather and said, do you have one more? That's funny. LL Bean's classic, y'all. If you're from New England, like LL Bean is classic. The pride of Freeport, Maine, y'all. LL Bean is just like a staple around New England. If you're thrifting in New England, you're going to find a ton of LL Bean. All right, so these are going to go out at 2-pound rate. Ground Advantage is $9.43. USPS priority is $11.97. So we're going to use a padded flat rate envelope. They just went up in price. It's now $8.74. But as long as it fits in this envelope, it ships anywhere in the country for $8.74. It was $8.30 as of Saturday, $8.30. But the price went up on Sunday. Went up about 5.5%. It used to be even cheaper. It used to be $7.95 before that, and I think it was like $7.40 or $7.45 before that. The prices, they just keep going up. You just got your coffee. I just got the stuff, the goods. So there we go. And mine was Ground Advantage, right? That was the recap on that. That was the comparison. Same speed. I'm surprised. I thought the Ground Advantage was going to take another day. It was taking another day in the in December, but maybe it's sped up now. Carlos, thank you for your order. Levi's jeans I find all day, all night at my thrift stores. I paid $5 for them. The lowest I'll take on a pair of Levi's that's in good condition, as long as it's one of those 5 series models, like a 501, a 502, a 503, a 507, a 511, a 513, a 541, a 550, a 537 is one, a 560. I'm running out of the numbers, but as long as it's one of those, they sell for me typically between $20 and say $26. Bigger sizes a little bit more. If they're vintage, like yesterday, I sold a vintage pair for $34. That's more than 20 years old. All right, so padded flat rate envelope, $8.74. I'll give you the profit on this. I gave you the profit on the big ticket items. I'll give you some profit on the bread and butter piece here. Nice, Barry D. Nice. Thank you for your coffee order, brother. I appreciate it. And I'm going to have to learn all this because I got no style. I'm a Star Wars t-shirt and leggings. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much wear the same thing every day. Flannels or a hoodie or a flannel and hoodie, and I wear these same Wrangler outdoor pants every single day. I often wear them in the summertime too until it gets just too oppressively hot, then I break down and wear shorts, but pretty much the same uniform all the time. I'm not a style person. I've learned, for me, it's more about like I like buying low, selling high. I like the analytics of the whole thing, but I do not have fashion sense. I mean, this is just like you get it. Carlos, you don't have to be a fashionista. I have no experience working in retail, especially not clothing retail, ever in my life. I need to get a napkin. One of those strips went into my coffee cup, and now I've got coffee everywhere. Yep, no style, I'm comfort. There you go. I can do a live unboxing if you want me to. It's up to you. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. Whatever you want to do, you do you. Oh man, I got coffee on the mouse too. How did that one little strip from the shipping, how did that cause so much havoc? There's coffee everywhere, just from that one little strip dunking in the coffee. All right, next up, we got 2 more sales. They're both eBay. I think 2 more sales. 3 more sales. 4 more sales? Let's go with the best sale of the day right here. Y'all want it? Y'all want it? The best sale of the day. You're saying I can go live with you? If you want, yeah. Yeah, if you want. What's up, 520? Yes. All right, big time sale right here. MSRP on this. It's a G4 sweater. It's 100% merino wool. It's even a bad size. It's a men's size small. $195 MSRP. This sold on eBay. It took a week to sell. It sold for full asking price $149 plus shipping on this, plus $590, plus $895 shipping on this. So the buyer is all in for $158 on this, and the MSRP is $195. Hot brand right here, G4, one of my absolute favorite brands to find. I think I paid $40 or $50 for this piece, and it took a week to sell at $140 something. Huge profit on this piece. Pretty psyched about that sale. I got some more of these similar pieces in inventory from G4, so happy it went. Jayon, thank you for your order. Appreciate it. G4 right here. I was thinking a plane. I was thinking a plane from Tropical Thunder. I was thinking a plane. I don't remember that movie, Tropical Thunder. Was that the one with was Hulk Hogan in that movie? I don't think I remember that movie. But I do appreciate funny movie quotes if you're going to bring that to town. I like it. Throw this on a scale. This is going to go at a 12-ounce rate. And it is going to go for $5.62 USPS ground advantage. $5.62. No reason to check this on Pirate Ship. It won't be any cheaper on Pirate Ship. Under a pound, I don't check. Over a pound and small, I check Pirate Ship. This one's nice and easy. Out the door. We'll go over the profits on this. I don't know if I wrote exactly what I paid for this item, but I'll round. It was either 40 or 50. I'll just assume 50 for the sake of this conversation. I'll round up. And $5.62 on the shipping label. So assuming I paid 50, I didn't write it down per piece, but sold for $149 plus $895 shipping. I paid $50. Shipping label costs $5.62. eBay's keeping $20.68 in fees. At the end of the day, I made $81.65 on this item. $81.65. And I might have paid 40 for it, so it might have been $91.65, but we'll call it $81.65 on this piece right here. I no longer keep my accounting where I track my cost per piece. I just track my cost per store. Like, boom, I paid $175 at the store. Boom, that's my cost of goods right there. What was the machine doing the label prints? It's an IDPRT. I have my exact printer linked in my profile. You can check it out. It's in my Amazon reseller shopping list. It's also, I think there's a separate link for it too. Been using it for 2.5 years. Usually it's on sale it's usually around $100, but sometimes it's on sale for like $80 or $90. Really good value. I think it's a workhorse machine. I think it's the best value in terms of like good bang for your buck on a product that's going to last a long time. I'll put tens and tens of thousands of labels through that printer over the last few years, and it is a beast. No hiccups, no issues. Super easy to set up, and will save you money every time. You'll never pay for ink ever again for your printer. What's up, Pear? How are you? Welcome back. I believe everything in what you say. Well, Linda, do your homework. Check out, listen to some other people. Check out some other printers. There's another printer that I've used in the past. It's from one of the big brand names, and that printer cost almost twice as much as this printer. And this printer does everything the same. It's just as good. It's just half the price. So you can buy that big name brand printer that a lot of like the big YouTube reseller personalities talk about, and that's fine. It'll work. It'll do great. You'll be happy with it. but I guarantee you'll be just as happy with this one that's half price and does the same exact freaking thing. All right, next is a really good sale too. This is a brand I don't pick up all the time. I do pick up really big sizes in their dress shirts. I pick up unique patterns in their dress shirts. I pick up French cuffs in their dress shirts too. Charles Tyrwhitt. Their dress shirts typically sell in the $17 to $20 range on eBay. And you're probably lucky if you're getting 20. It probably has French cuffs or it's a really big size. But like $17, $18 for Charles Tyrwhitt dress shirts, as long as you're picking big sizes, unique patterns, or French cuffs. But this is a merino wool sweater. It's a cardigan, actually. It sold for $34. This took about 3 weeks to sell on this one. It's one of my slowest sellers of the day. That's kind of crazy, but it took about 3 weeks to sell. This is probably going to go at a 12-ounce rate, and it's going to go at a 15-ounce rate. This is going to go USPS Grand Advantage also. It's going to go in a 9x12 poly bag. And the thank you card is going out to Christopher. Good name. Thanks, a happy cookie, for sharing the live. I appreciate that. It's a nice compliment. Thank you. Thanks, everyone, for tapping the screen. We have 10,000 likes. Holy crap, on TikTok. We're going crazy. Thanks, everyone, for hitting that like button, whatever platform you're on. Remember, you can watch me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, whatever your pleasure is, whatever is easy for you. Consider following me on all the platforms because I post different content in different places. All right, this is going out the door. I paid $5 for this sweater. It took 3 weeks to sell, and it sold for $34 plus $5.95 shipping. So the buyer is all in for $40. This is full asking price sale on this. It's going to go out at a 15-ounce rate, Grand Advantage. And that'll be $6.79. It's going from Asheville, North Carolina to Amarillo, Texas, which should be pronounced Amarillo, Texas. I'm just saying, but they call it Amarillo, Texas. That's what, northwest Texas? We stayed one night in Amarillo. They have a minor league baseball team. I just remember driving past the stadium and they were playing a game. In the middle of the pandemic, like Texas didn't care. They had a minor league game playing that night, even though it was the summer of 2020. They're like, we don't care. It's outside. We're good. I'm here for it. I believe everything you say. All right. Profit on that piece. Let's do it. Paid $5, sold for $34 plus shipping. Shipping label cost me $6.79. And that's going to leave a profit for me after shipping fees and cost of goods, $22.71 on that bad Larry. That was a Charles Tyrwhitt, 100% merino wool. Even on mediocre brands, like mediocre resell brands, Charles Tyrwhitt is an expensive British brand, but it doesn't resell for all that money typically. So even on mediocre reselling brands like Charles Tyrwhitt, 100% merino wool can be a big plus one, or even 60% merino wool can be a big plus one. So if you see merino wool, slow down. Or if you feel merino wool, slow down. Look up that item. It might be worth money. We sold 2 merino wool sweaters today, and both of them got us good money. Next up is a pair of Duluth heavy flannel lined pants. Men's size 42 by 32. I just listed these on Saturday, and they sold yesterday. I have sold, yes, they sold last night. So what is that? 3 days to sell? 2 days to sell? 2 days to sell. These sold for best offer, $24 plus $9.95 on these. Big size, help them sell fast, and flannel line. It is freaking cold out. I've sold 3 flannel line jeans. I shipped out 2 yesterday and 1 today. So flannel line jeans right now, if you're looking for a hot selling item, there you go. Let's see what these are going to ship for. This is over 2 pounds. These are going to go at a 3-pound rate. Woo, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. That is a heavy pair of jeans. Did you make your own thank you cards? Yeah, I had a buddy of mine who's a graphic designer just put those together for me. I probably could have done it. It's not like the best graphic design in the world, right? I probably couldn't have pulled that off. But my buddy did it for me. It probably took him like 10 seconds. And then I print them at vistaprint.com. I've been ordering business cards and stuff from Vistaprint since 2003 was my first order with them. Big fan of Vistaprint. Typically the best prices that you'll find online. Somebody will probably correct me and say, you know, one time I found a better price at this place. You're probably right. All right, USPS ground advantage for this piece will be $9.80. USPS priority is $13.17. That's a no. And then we're going to go, these might fit into a padded flat rate envelope. They are really big though. That's going to be a tough fit in a padded flat rate. I'm not even going to try. So let's try one more thing. Let's try pirate ship, y'all. Let's see how long this takes me to check these rates. I'm over on pirate ship. I'll find the item. Duluth Trading, flannel heavy. Here we go. We're going to put them in a 15 by 12 bag, and this is going to weigh 2 pounds, 15 ounces. Get rates. UPS about how much free packaging do they have? Are you asking about USPS or UPS? I don't know anything about the UPS stuff, if that's what you're asking about. I guess the good of it is one way to learn brand names without spending thrift store money. There you go. Yeah, just watch along. So this is not going to save us money on pirate ship. It will not save us money. So we're going to go back to eBay. So we're 10 out of the last 13 in terms of saving money on eBay on pirate ship over eBay. So we're going to, well, actually that's $9.80. No, it's not going to save us money. Maybe I will try to fit this in a padded flat rate. I don't think it's going to fit. Maybe it will. The first one you said. UPF? The first one you said. The first one you said. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to close that. It was worth a try. $9.80. This is going to go USPS priority. I'm putting in a 15 by 12 poly bag. Duluth Trading Company. I don't pick up everything from them, but the heavier pieces tend to do well. Jackets, fleeces, flannels. Sometimes they're fishing shirts. They're more techie stuff does pretty well too. And bigger sizes for sure. But these flannel line jeans took 2 days to sell. $9.80 on this shipping label. I charged $9.95 on this because I knew that these pants, they usually charge $8.95 for jeans, but I knew these were going to cost a little bit more because of the weight to them. So I charged an extra buck, $9.95, and the shipping label ended up costing $9.80. So it was about right on there. A lucky guess, if you will. The one that gives free flat rate shipping bags, USPS.com. You can order free flat rate stuff. They have a flat rate padded. What I was just looking at was a padded flat rate envelope. It's $8.74 to ship in that padded flat rate envelope. As long as it fits in that envelope with no modification, it ships $8.74 anywhere in the country. They also have small flat rate boxes, medium flat rate boxes, large flat rate boxes. Then they have ones that aren't flat rate that ship based on weight, distance, and dimensions, like a 1095, a 1092, a box number 4, a box number 8. The Tyvek envelopes are not flat rate, but these are all items that you can order from USPS.com for free. They'll deliver them to your front door for free. $9.80 on that shipping label right there. And next up would be our last item of the day. Our first woman's item today, a pair of Prana, P-R-A-N-A, Prana. This is a hiking skirt, women's size women's size small on this. I paid $5 at a thrift store. I listed these sometime last week. We'll call it a 7-day sale. They sold for best offer $22 plus $5.95 shipping. That's the second Prana sale. I found 3 Pranas at the same thrift store. There's one left, and listed them all last week. So 22 plus $5.95. This is probably going to go out at an 8-ounce rate, which will be nice and cheap. And it is shipping from Asheville, North Carolina, and it's going to Magnolia, Texas. A lot of Texas orders today. Let's go, Texas. Let's go, Texas. So the buyer's all in for $30 on this piece, including their tax. 22 plus $5.95 plus tax. And that's going to go out at an 8-ounce rate, maybe. Yep, 8-ounce rate. So that is going to be $4.43 for a Ground Advantage shipping label to ship this from Asheville to Magnolia, Texas. Let's go, Texas. Are the eBay poly bags provided for free? Short answer, no. Longer answer, if you have an eBay store subscription, if you have the basic store, which is the second level store or higher, you get you get a quarterly coupon for $25 off eBay shipping supplies. So you can get those bags for free if you use that that quarterly eBay shipping supplies coupon. You can get them for free. Otherwise, they're expensive. They're very, very spendy. I think you're better off buying like these blue bags here, which I have linked in my profile. This is a 9x12 poly. I also have 14x19, 15x12, 18x18. But I have my preferred vendor for poly bags linked in my profile. Good quality stuff. They ship super fast. And it's a good, consistent quality, good adhesives, all that stuff. The eBay shipping supplies are just very, very overpriced. I typically spend about for those smaller bags, about 6 cents a bag. I buy them by the 1,000. I've been MIA with year-end fun stuff with real estate and auction biz, trying to get it rolling again. Well, good to have you back, Ethan Blair. I missed you, brother. But you got to do what you got to do. Business first, man. Family first, then business, or faith first, family. Whatever order you want to do, you can do that. I'm just happy that you're back. I like Asheville. They've got a sweet arcade you can drink at. I've never been to that arcade. I don't even know if I want to say your name. Kim, somebody on TikTok says that arcade is really fun. The one downtown, you're talking about the Pinball Museum, right? The Pinball Museum downtown, right next to what's called the Grove Arcade, that historic building. That's the one that you're talking about? The Pinball Museum? You had fun there? Pinball Museum, yep. See, he says it's fun, the Pinball Museum downtown. He said it. And his screen name on TikTok is Shat. So he can't, he's telling the truth. Or she, I don't know. That's kind of a funny point, because I always suggest that we go there. Like if it's a rainy day like this on a weekend, I'm like, hey, Kim, let's go down to the Pinball Museum. We'll just play some games. We'll have a beer. It'll be fun. And she's like, I don't want to do that. She's like, maybe next weekend or maybe next time I'll say yes. And she never says yes. There's one in Hendersonville too, which is actually closer to us. We can go to that one. And she always says no. But you said it's fun. You were the first one to get money. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know what you're up to over there. I guess yeah. That's kind of like a running joke between Kim and I. Like we'll have friends that will be in town and they'll be like, hey, we heard of this pinball museum. Should we check it out? I'm like, yeah, you should. I hear it's really good. I've never been, but I hear it's really good. And they go and they have a good time. And I'm like, see, Kim? But I'm like, we're not allowed to go. Kim never wants to go. So maybe I just got to go solo one of these days. Just fly solo. I love Hendersonville. We go to Renaissance there. What's Renaissance? I feel like I should know what that is. Is that like the Renaissance Fair? I feel like Renaissance Festival. I'm not really up on the festivals. Hendersonville does a lot of festivals. They close down Main Street downtown. And in the summertime, like spring, summer, fall, I feel like there's a festival like every other weekend where they close down like the streets in downtown and there's like 1 billion people. And but I don't know the Renaissance one. We usually avoid the things with a lot of people. That's the type of folk we are. When there's a lot of people downtown, we're like, oh, crap. They closed down the road again. There's 4 billion out-of-towners here again. We just wanted to go to our favorite restaurant, Yes, the festivals, it's in the boonies. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Usually those things are like right on Main Street. But I don't know. I don't know if I like those kind of things. I don't like being around that many people. And it's usually out-of-towners. October and November. Oh, I know what thing you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, we avoid those sorts of things. There's too many people that cost money. All the out-of-towners. We appreciate the travelers that come to town and bring their money. It's really good for the economy. It's really good for the people who work in the hospitality industry. But so we respect it, but we also kind of avoid it. But I respect that you go and like it. Everybody likes different things, and that's cool. You dress up and everything. Nice. And I don't dress up. I don't like Halloween. I don't like costumes. I like flannels. I ain't dress up. When people do like these like dress up parties, like even like our best friends are like, hey, we're having a party. It's like Halloween or it's a theme. I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm busy that night. We don't do that kind of stuff. Got some more inventory coming in the front door. some retail arbitrage stuff. Thank you, Barry D. I mean, hey, to each their own. I respect that y'all get all dressed up and stuff. I just don't want to do it. I want to wear the same flannel every day, and I want to wear these same hiking pants every single day. People are like, well, you go to thrift stores all the time. You can just like find costumes for cheap and like put that stuff together. I'm like, I could, but I ain't want to. Everybody's different. We don't go to any of those themed parties. What was it? Our friends wanted us to go to a New Year's Eve thing. It was like what was it? It was 80s themed. Like everybody wore 80s attire and they were playing 80s music. Now look, I can get behind 80s attire. I think that's awesome. And I love 80s music. I can get behind both of those things, but I did not want to dress up. So we said, no, we're not going to go to that thing. Their outfits looked really nice in the photos, but we weren't going to do that thing. That's just not how we roll. All right, that's it. I'm all shipped out for the day. I'm going to double check Poshmark. I'm going to double check chris@peak.com. If anybody wants to get a last minute coffee order, we can ship that out too. No more orders, no more offers to share with you. No chris@peak.com orders, no TikTok shop orders. We are shipped out. We're done. I'm not going to do a whatnot show tonight because all the stuff that most of the stuff I was counting on for tonight's show, which was coming from one of my favorite consignees, is tied up. The package is tied up in the mail, and it has taken over a week to get here now when it usually takes like 2 or 3 days. So, and the mail already came today, and it didn't come today either. I was thinking that maybe it would come last minute today, but it did not. So I don't know what's going on with that package from I don't remember. I think it's USPS, but anyway, no whatnot show tonight. We'll do another whatnot show next Tuesday, assuming, we have more inventory coming in. I just got some consignment inventory that came in yesterday that we got to unbox too and go through this stuff. But the stuff I was really counting on for tonight's show hasn't shown up yet. And it was really supposed to be here like Thursday or Friday of last week, and we're still waiting on it. So no whatnot show tonight. It is what it is. But we're gonna work hard on getting stuff up on eBay and Poshmark today. Keep that listing train going so that we can have another big day of sales. 9 orders today, 10 yesterday, 14 from Friday and Saturday combined. We've been jamming over here. So we're going to keep that listing train going. When life gives you lemons or late packages, make lemonade. So we're going to make eBay and Poshmark lemonade the rest of the week. We'll see you next Tuesday on Whatnot. It is what it is. Make the best of it. I watch KWay too. Nice. I like Kayla. She's awesome. And that guy, her roommate there, pretty nice guy too. He seems to like he knows his stuff. But Kayla, great person. What if I got item, but they message say I didn't get it? Question. What if clients got item, but message say they didn't get it? Linda, if you sold that item on eBay, did this happen on eBay or did it happen on Poshmark or somewhere else? Let me know, maybe some context, and I can maybe give you some ideas on how to fix that real quick before we sign off here. It's a good question, and I think probably other people have the same question, but let me know what platform you're talking about where you had that issue. No, if they say it didn't fit them. What platform did that happen on, Linda? If you had bags of clothes like I do at the moment, what's your return policy if it was an eBay one? It just depends on your return policy. If you had bags of clothes like I do at the moment, not all the name brands, what would the lowest number you would put on eBay if they were nice shape? They're not all our name brand. You'd have to just comp those individual items, Mary. I couldn't tell you what to list items that I don't know the brand, I don't know the size, I don't know the material, and I can't see the pattern. I'd be a liar if I just made up numbers for you right now. I'd be a phony. So you'd have to look up those individual items, look at the sell-through rate, look at the average sale price over the past 90 days, and then price them accordingly. That makes sense for your business and how quickly you want to move things. But I would be a liar if I gave you an answer right now without enough information. If it was to happen, it would depend on your return policy, Linda. If you had no returns on that item and it's sold on eBay and the item didn't fit, then it's up to you if you want to accept the return or not. If you have returns turned on and that person wants to return the item, they can return it for any reason they want to, even if it doesn't fit. So it just sort of depends. And if you're on Poshmark, you can't return items that don't fit. So yeah, it's sort of it depends. And if it's Mercari, it's a whole different thing. If it's Depop, it's a different thing. So it kind of depends. I'm not dodging the question, but just saying, hey, it's complicated. It depends. All right, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out for a little bit today. Thanks for sharing some time with me. Maybe you learned something today. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you cracked half a smile. Either way, I appreciate it. I'm going to be live again at some point tomorrow. I'll pop on. We'll ship out some orders. We'll talk. I'm happy to answer questions. Hope you have a great day of sales. If you're out and about sourcing, finding stuff, I hope you find some really cool stuff. And most importantly, I hope you take the extra time. You find something that you've never found before. You're like, I don't know this brand or I don't know this item. I hope you take a couple extra seconds to look that item up. That's where the real learning happens and where the magic happens and the good luck happens. And hopefully you find something that's new to you and that you learn something and that you make a little money. That's my favorite stuff right there. So sending vibes your way. See you next time. Peace. No Whatnot show tonight, Brienne. We'll see you next Tuesday for Whatnot. Peace.